Over $3 million in Bitcoin was lost forever last year because someone misunderstood how their crypto wallet actually worked. Not because of a hack. Not because of a scam. Because they did not understand the fundamental mechanics of the tool they were using every single day. That number is not an outlier. It is a symptom of a much bigger problem. Most people using crypto wallets right now have no idea what is actually happening under the hood. And that gap in understanding is costing the industry billions of dollars annually in permanently lost funds, stolen assets, and avoidable mistakes that no amount of customer support can fix. In the next 10 minutes, you are going to understand crypto wallets at a level that most people in this space never reach. We will cover where your coins actually live, what a wallet really does, the difference between hot and cold storage, and the one concept that completely rewires how you think about digital asset ownership. And trust me, when we get to that part, it is going to change the way you look at every wallet app on your phone. Stay with us. To understand crypto wallets, you first need to understand what they were built to replace. Before digital assets existed, controlling money meant controlling a physical object. A coin, a bill, a paper certificate. Ownership was simple. If you had the thing, you owned the thing. But when Bitcoin launched in 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto introduced a completely different model. Ownership was no longer about holding something physical. It was about proving you had the right to move something recorded on a shared public ledger. That proof required cryptography, and that cryptography required keys. The wallet was designed to manage those keys. Nothing more, nothing less. In the earliest days of Bitcoin, wallets were just software that generated and stored these cryptographic keys directly on your computer. They were raw, technical, and completely unforgiving. If your hard drive failed and you had no backup, your funds were gone. Forever. There was no account recovery. No support email. No second chance. This is actually how an estimated 3.7 million Bitcoin have been permanently removed from circulation. Not stolen. Just lost because the keys that controlled them no longer exist. But here is what nobody talks about when they explain wallets. Your crypto does not actually live in your wallet. Read that again. Your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your tokens, none of it sits inside an app or a hardware device. It lives on the blockchain. The wallet is simply the tool that holds the private keys needed to authorize transactions on that blockchain. Think of it like this. Your bank account balance does not live inside your debit card. The card is just a tool that proves you have access to the account. A crypto wallet works the same way, except instead of a PIN and a card number, it uses something called public key cryptography. Here is how that cryptography actually functions. Every crypto wallet generates two mathematically linked keys. A public key and a private key. The public key gets transformed into your wallet address, which is the string of letters and numbers you share with people when you want to receive funds. Anyone can send crypto to your public address. But to send crypto out, to actually move funds, you need the private key. The private key is a massive random number, typically 256 bits long, that acts as your cryptographic signature. When you authorize a transaction, your wallet uses the private key to create a unique digital signature. The blockchain network verifies that signature against your public key without ever seeing the private key itself. If the math checks out, the transaction is approved. If it does not, nothing moves. The reason this system is so powerful is also the reason it is so unforgiving. There is no central authority that can override it. No company can reset your private key the way a bank can reset your PIN. If you lose that key, the funds it controls become mathematically inaccessible. Not just practically difficult to reach. Mathematically unreachable. The cryptography that protects your assets from hackers is the exact same cryptography that makes lost keys unrecoverable. Now let us talk about seed phrases, because this is where most people's understanding breaks down. When you set up a modern crypto wallet, you are given a seed phrase. Usually 12 or 24 random words. That seed phrase is not a backup of your wallet. It is the wallet. Every private key your wallet will ever generate can be mathematically derived from that seed phrase. This is based on a standard called BIP39, which was proposed in 2013 and is now used by virtually every major wallet in existence. If you lose your phone but have your seed phrase, you can restore complete access to your funds on any compatible wallet software. If you have your phone but lose your seed phrase, and then your phone breaks, your funds are gone permanently. This is why storing your seed phrase securely is the single most important act of crypto ownership. Now let us get into the architecture of different wallet types, because not all wallets work the same way and the differences matter enormously for security. The first major distinction is between custodial and non-custodial wallets. A custodial wallet is one where a third party, usually an exchange like Coinbase or Binance, holds your private keys on your behalf. You log in with a username and password, and the exchange manages the underlying cryptography for you. This is convenient, but it means you are trusting that company with complete control over your assets. The phrase in crypto is not your keys, not your coins. And it is not just a slogan. When FTX collapsed in November 2022, over 1 million customers discovered that the $8 billion they thought they owned was no longer accessible because they had trusted a custodian that mismanaged their funds. A non-custodial wallet gives you direct control of your private keys. You and only you can authorize transactions. The trade-off is that you bear full responsibility for security. There is no customer service, no fraud protection, no chargebacks. Just math. Within non-custodial wallets, there is another critical split. Hot wallets versus cold wallets. A hot wallet is any wallet connected to the internet. Mobile apps like MetaMask, Trust Wallet, and Exodus are hot wallets. They are convenient, fast, and designed for frequent transactions. But because they are internet connected, they carry a higher risk of being compromised through malware, phishing attacks, or software vulnerabilities. In 2023, hot wallet exploits across multiple platforms resulted in over $400 million in losses industry-wide. Cold wallets, by contrast, store private keys completely offline. Hardware wallets like the Ledger Nano and Trezor are physical devices that sign transactions internally, meaning the private key never touches an internet-connected device. Even if your computer is fully compromised by malware, a hardware wallet transaction cannot be altered because the signature happens inside the device itself. This is why institutional investors and serious holders keep the vast majority of their assets in cold storage, using hot wallets only for small amounts needed for daily transactions. But here is the insight that most beginner guides completely skip over. The security of your wallet is not primarily a technology problem. It is a human problem. The most sophisticated hardware wallet in the world offers zero protection if you photograph your seed phrase and upload it to cloud storage. Or if you click a phishing link that tricks you into entering your seed phrase on a fake website. Or if you store your recovery phrase in a Notes app on your phone. Chainalysis estimated that in 2023, over $700 million was lost not to technical exploits, but to social engineering attacks that manipulated people into voluntarily handing over access to their wallets. This brings us to the real-world implications that every wallet user needs to internalize. Crypto wallets represent a genuine transfer of responsibility from institutions to individuals. The traditional financial system outsources security and recovery to banks and governments. The crypto ecosystem places that burden directly on you. That is both the revolutionary promise of this technology and its most dangerous characteristic for unprepared users. The path forward is understanding, not avoidance. Before you go, if you learned something valuable today, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to Block Vault Daily for a brand new video every single day. We will see you in the next one.